Hey guys, I'm P-Freak. Welcome back to Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. Last time, we made our way through World 1, and I introduced to you one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite game of all time. And we had a little fight with Larry Koopa at the end, and now we're here at World 2, the Desert World, which again, there's a lot of complaints saying that now it's always like, World 1's a grassland, World 2's a desert world, but to be fair, when this came out, that was still a relatively new thing. In fact, I think this may have pioneered the whole thing. And then another Mario Bros. Game did it, and then freaking Kirby did it. Actually, to be fair, Mario World didn't do it. Whatever. Anyways, that'll said and done. Now that we got most of the tutorial stuff out of the way, I can mostly just talk about like the actual gameplay itself. I immediately go blink when I say that. Let's get ourselves a Super Leaf, though. I do like the Fire Flower, don't get me wrong, but just Super Leaf is so powerful with this ability to just like do this, and then we can just. Oh, yeah, we also have a star man here. For those of you who don't know, if you just bounce on, I believe it's 8 heads of enemies in a row, then you'll actually get a 1-up for every bounce you get afterwards. It was a thing that's been around since Super Mario Bros. 1. That's how you get the infinite 1-up trick. Also, here's your little secret for the level. You press this P switch and a bunch of coins appear. Then also, I know I missed 2, shush. Then also, you see here, inside these little pipes, we also have other coins that we can grab. We can't grab those unless we activate through the P. We activate the P switch, or yeah, that's the only way for you to get those coins is by activating the P switch. There's another Super Leaf, and then getting inside here. But of course, you gotta watch out for the. I think this guy's just called a fire snake. Oh, there's a way to get in here from without the P switch. It's just a bunch of coins in here, and yeah, those guys like to go through objects. This little, funny little pretty sure it's a glitch that's in this game only that we can see in one of the later levels of this world. Actually, we might be able to see it pretty soon. But that's not all. That's not the only underground section. That's the only subworld section. We also have this section here, which again, another P-switch. Also, these sections are actually quite different based on what version you play. In the original SMP 3, those subworld sections will actually be... oh, dang. We didn't get 3 stars. RIP. The subworld sections will actually be acting like underground sections in like Super Mario Bros. 1. But then in Super Mario Bros. 2, you'll get the background that you see here that's much more colorful, but it'll still play the music of it was like an underground section. But then here we get cheerful music instead. Alright, let's see if I can do this again. I don't remember what the last card was. Here? No, 20. It's a mushroom. And there's a fire flower. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to look up the charts for that, so... Let's try this minigame again, though, shall we? Normally what I do is just spam A right at the beginning so I can immediately get the mushroom, because the mushroom appears twice on this roulette. There are 4 spots, and the mushroom appears twice, so... The mushroom is the easiest for you to get, otherwise... Or, I guess, not today. See? I swear, I'm better at that than it implies. I'm much better at that than it implies. Alright, World 2, 2-2. You are going to want to collect, if I remember correctly, this is the level where you want to collect all the coins again, so we can get something special to happen. Now, funny enough, it's not an auto-scroll this time, but we have this whole section where we're basically stuck on this platform. We have to hit this, activate the P switch where the platform goes too far, and then collect all these coins. And then I think we gotta go back and collect all the other coins. Yeah, I think so. This water is full of a bunch of fishies here called Cheep Cheeps. These are the green variety, where they don't actually jump out on you. I don't remember how many coins I need to get specifically, so I'm grabbing them all just in case. Swimming in this game sucks. However, there will be something that'll make it a lot easier to deal with swimming in water later on. God dang it. Fuck you, Cheep Cheep. Oh yeah, there were those... There's bricks as well, I forgot about those. Whoops. Hopefully it'll still be enough. Another star panel. Hopefully these levels do get a lot longer and a lot more complicated. Do we get the thing? We did not get the thing, darn it.
Whoa!
Well, so much for that. I guess I did miss out on those 4 coins, so... Oh well, whatever. Let's head on over to our castle. Or fortress, I believe it's called. This one's pretty memorable to me, I think. Because, yes, not because of these guys. So they're Thwomps. Thwomps are a pretty iconic character in Mario, and they just look really weird in this game. but because of that thing up there. That is a boo. Princess Peach warned us about boos in the notes at the end of World 1, where if we look at them, they won't move, but if we look away, then they'll start haunting you. There's a funny little glitch that actually scared me when I was a kid. Come on. Yeah, so what you basically do is that you look away and then go up. And then, keep looking this way. Let's see, does it work? Yeah. Yeah, the boo doesn't despawn. Normally when you go up there, the boo is supposed to despawn. That would have been, if I knew I was about to die right there, that would have been a great time for me to actually show you something really important to at least this version of the game. So, of course, you have save files for this version of the game, unlike the NES version. But what you can, fun fact, what you can actually do is that if you're about to get, like, hit or, like, fall into danger or whatever, you can actually press start, hit save and quit, and just exit the game without losing a single life. You're able to save and quit right in the middle of the level. Now, granted, you have to start all the way back to the beginning, but if you lose, like, your power-up or something, then that's a way for you to conserve your power-up. And you bet your ass that I abused that when I was a kid. But again, it brings you back to the same stage you were at when you entered the level, so it's not perfect, it's not a quick save, but it's definitely saved me in a few situations. Especially once we get into some of the later power-ups. There's 3 special power-ups that were introduced in this game, and one of them is my favorite power-up of all time, basically, so, and you can probably guess what it is. I love it even better than the feather in Mario World. Thankfully, in here, there is a mushroom. Nice. And for this, what you want to do is just basically hold down your sprint button and just run like hell. Easy. Or you can go slowly and do one at a time, but I've learned that you can do that. This section, I hate this section so much. You have to take this really... You know, you can go take that section super fast, now you have to take this one super slow. Basically a bunch of moving spike platforms. Here's some precision jumping, which is hard when you don't have friggin' super leaf. And also you have 2 boos haunting your every fucking move. Shit. How am I gonna take care of this? Okay. It's also harder with Luigi. Luigi's controls are a bit more slippery. That's just a normal part of his character in general. So yeah, when you play Luigi only, you also kind of play on hard difficulty, so not fun. But we made Boom Boom here without... Okay, we made Boom Boom here dying once. I should keep friggin' count of how many times I die. Like I said, this game's not hard, but there are some parts that can be rather challenging, especially if you don't have the super leaf. And with that, we actually get a gate unlocked that's actually useful. You might have also noticed that there are now pipes here. Well, if we go to one of these pipes... Also, yes, we now scroll over and see the other side of the map. We go through one of these pipes, and basically it's a little shortcut back to another part of the map. If I can move this. Thank you. Yeah, it just takes us back here. So, again, kind of useless, but there's a Toad House unlocked to us now. The fortress was useful, the pipe was useless, and we got a super mushroom. Okay. I'll take that. I'm gonna actually use one of the super mushrooms, because I don't want to get immediately destroyed. Now this level, if I recall correctly, this is the level that I was talking about earlier with the fire snake. So yeah, if you just stand still, he just goes through the floor. Again, when you start moving, or like he changes his direction, then he will no longer start going through the floor. So yeah, it's a nice little glitch, I guess. And then there are more... Basically, there are these 3 pyramid things that we have to go through with different enemies and stuff. Actually, if I recall correctly... I think it's over here? Yeah! Nope. There's a Starman here. And same thing with, like, hitting enemies on the head. If you manage to hit 8 enemies in a... This is a good example of using the save and quit to save yourself. If you manage to hit 8 enemies in a row with a single Starman power-up, then you will get lives at the 8th enemy and every enemy after that. But yeah, there was a good example of me using the save and quit to actually save myself from a life. Now, I won't be doing that all the time, but I just kind of did that by instinct because, again, it's been a while since I last played this game, so I'm mostly going off of instincts. I do remember a majority of these levels, though. It's just when we get to the later section that I won't remember too well. Come on, there we go. Alright, let's not do the same thing, shall we? P-speed, we can actually fly, but... And actually, I think there is something up there, now that I think about it. Sure, let's, Oh yeah, we also have those like little mini Goombas in the boxes things. I don't know, they're annoying at worst, honestly. Isn't there something up here? Yes, there is something up here. Okay. Right, I think... Yeah, we have a P-switch here, which is good because all those pyramids that we saw down here, they're all coin pyramids. Or they're all brick pyramids. We have a 1-up coming from there. That was stupid of me, I ran right to the Koopa. Yeah. And yeah, this is a good example as to why how they get annoying. Now we have this area. This area is kind of interesting. How the hell are you supposed to get through here? Well, you land on the shell and just let it run its course. And you get some free coins off of that, too. You just gotta be a little patient, which sucks is like if you were having to hope it hurries up because of the freaking timer. And yeah, each one of these little outer pieces are coins, so if you had a super leaf with you, then you can just hit the boxes there. But we don't, so we gotta just move on. And yeah, that was one of the more iconic levels for me. I remember that level a lot, specifically because of that little thing at the end. I always like those little creative tricks where you gotta hit the Koopa in the right way, and then it'll break a path for you. Now, if you want to talk about iconic levels, we have this level, 1-Sandstorm. And hey, look who's up there in the corner. This is, if you remember that angry sun from, remember the angry sun from Super Mario Maker 2, this is where it originated from. Yeah, so he just sits in the corner, but eventually later on in the level he will actually get aggroed. I'm back here for a second because we have this I want to talk about. I kind of just glossed over briefly. We have a little dust devil that pushes us back here, preventing us from going forward. As you may have saw, the way for you to get past that is by getting P speed and jumping over it, or through it, basically. I don't know why that's there. This is literally the only time that it ever happens. Same thing as the sun. And look, the angry sun's here. So yeah, basically you'll go in the... He'll go in that sort of pattern where he will basically make a U through your screen. And sometimes it can be very treacherous trying to deal with him. You can not kill him with a fire flower. I think you could kill him with a Koopa shell, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is not actually, funny enough, this actually is not the only level he appears in this game. But we get him to at the end, and we get our star panels. Woo. But yeah, he apparently is so iconic that he even appeared in Super Mario Maker 2, which is actually pretty neat. He kind of seems like a throwaway enemy, if you ask me, but I guess not. Wow, those Hammer Bros really don't want to fight us, huh? Let's go to the Toad House real quick, see what we can get. We get a fire flower. Okay. Might keep that with me for the boss. Alright. I'm gonna put my mushroom on. 1-4. Now for here, you do preferably want to have a super leaf, because as you see in the corner, there's something up there. I think it's not this one, but if we're able to hit that block right there with Koopa, that didn't work out. Let's try this. Yeah, we get a super leaf on that. Nice. Now we can fly on up here. And we have a little secret area. Again, it's almost like every level has their little secret thing. And this is 2-4s. I like that. It allows you to, like, feel, I guess, gratification from exploring. Now there's a specific... Yeah, it wasn't any of those blocks. I have bad memory where it is. Yeah, here we go. If we didn't break all those, then we would have gotten more coins from the P-switch. But in addition to that, if we go all the way over here... Oh no, I must be thinking of some other level then. But yeah, we have even more coins that we can get. You may have noticed that none of these change. It's because they're all coin blocks. Yeah, fun stuff. Again, I don't really need all these coins, but I guess one goal would be to... Okay, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, see how there are all these coins here? One of these, I think, is another P-switch. Yeah, here we go. And again, you can get even more coins through here. Okay, it's almost like New Super Mario Bros. 2. I never played that game, but I do know coin getting is a heavy thing in that. Yeah, if you want to see what the rest of the level looks like real quick. I was gonna say that one of my goals might be to hit 99 lives before the end. Pretty neat. Pretty sure there's a infinite life trick somewhere in here, I just don't know it. But yeah, the rest of the level, it's not too interesting. Yep. This is what I get from trying to show you guys everything. Well, so much for that. There, give me a sec. I'm gonna go finish that level. There Alright, decided to take the bottom path this time. This is where we died. Thankfully, there's another super leaf for me right here. Yeah, it's just basically a bunch of blocks and gaps. Honestly, the more interesting part is the one that's above. And honestly, it's a lot easier as well. So yeah, we make it right. But yeah, we're right here at the end. Fuck you, bro. Rude. Oh, and we got our little card matching game again. Alright, let's see. I already forgot what we got last time. I do think that we had 2 fire flowers here. Okay, we got that at least. That was 20 coins, and this is a star. Okay. 10 coins. That would help us. And a star. Okay, well, we got a fire flower off of that, so that's decent. We can actually we can actually go to one of these Hammer Bros now. Actually, they're not Hammer Bros. These guys are Boomerang Bros. Basically a similar thing to the Hammer Bros, except they throw boomerangs that send it back. We saw one in World 1-3, which is kind of a weird place. And we get a music box. So the music box is a little special item that you actually don't use in levels. Use it here in the overworld. What we'll do is that it will play a little chime, and then all the wandering Hammer Bro enemies that are around here on the map, they'll all go to sleep, and you can basically just skip over them. You don't have to fight them at all. I, however, with us doing 100%, do want to fight them. Especially since this one, in particular, has a certain item I want to grab. Okay. A chest will spawn on whatever side you're not. That is a hammer. I know, it's a very plain-looking item. But you may have heard something there. You may have heard the steps of the Hammer Bros still going off. You may be like, what the hell is that? There's no other Hammer Bros on this map. This is the entirety of the map. And you might be right. However, with our hammer in hand, what you're supposed to do is break open that rock that's down here, blocking the path. Or, what you could do instead is go up here, use the hammer, and boom, there's a secret part of the map here, with a brand new type of Hammer Brother. This one is a Fire Brother, the most dangerous one of the 3 so far. But I've taken care of them pretty easily, and we get another Warp Whistle from that. So yes, you can get 3 Warp Whistles in this game. At least I think that's how many Warp Whistles you're allowed. I don't think you can get any more Warp Whistles, but yeah, those are the 3 locations I know of where you can get Warp Whistles. Yes, we only have 2, but it's because I didn't go get the Warp Whistle in the Fortress in World 1. In addition to that, though, we have a special Toad House here that always guarantees you one of these special power-ups, which is a frog suit. Frog suits they're useless on dry land. However, when you go into water levels, frog suits allow you to have basically perfect mobility underwater. You can swim properly underwater. So they're nice for that purpose. But otherwise, they're just eh. Alright, we have some chain chomps here. Chain chomps, I don't remember. I think they're... There's something where it's like, you can use thank you. If a chain chomp gets like pulls enough times, then it'll actually release itself on its own, but I don't remember exactly. I might look it up. Rude. I might look it up later. But yeah, this is the first introduction of chain chomps, which is funny because they're a really iconic enemy later on. Yeah, we actually see a lot of really iconic enemies in first introduced to Super Mario Bros. 3. Oh. And over here, we have another one of those things where we just hit the Koopa shell and we have secrets happen. We have to climb up these little vines. Damn, Luigi, you are thick. Alright, and gotta be careful with this platforming. We have another subworld pipe here. Nice. In this one, oh, this all looks familiar. So, that was a cop-out, or that was a fake-out. There's not actually a P, you'd figure a P switch would be right there, but no, if I recall correctly, I think it's, no. Okay, we get a super leaf off that one. Is it, come on, which one? There it is, yeah. Again, this is just things that you learn from actually playing the game, and eventually you'll get it correct on the first time. There we go. So yeah, get some more coins, woo! And we can keep this P switch going as we come down here, and nothing really to do. But we do get some extra coins and another place for a power-up. Nice. Fall down, we can actually see what the rest of the level looks like. Yeah, this is basically where we fell off from. And yeah, that's the end of the level. And I didn't have max speed, rip. You may have also noticed that enemies actually die if they are on screen when you hit the panel. Yeah, they basically die. It's the same thing as if you were hitting them on their heads, where basically if you have 8 or more enemies, then you get 1-up. Alright, let's see if I can actually do this properly this time. Hey, there we go. May not have been the most amount of lives, but honestly, it still gets us up to the next tier. Which you get to briefly see right there. We now have a heart tier. But we won't be able to deal with that until we see more of those panels. And don't worry, we'll be seeing more of those panels. Alright, here we go. This is the pyramid level. Of course, every desert level is going to need to have a proper pyramid level. We, of course, had the, we had 1-3 earlier, which had some pyramids. But now this is like an actual proper pyramid you can go into. And it has branching paths, too. Most of these do not do anything, though. That is the proper way you're supposed to go, if I recall correctly. This way just has Buzzy Beetle. Yeah, so it's like a semi-maze. So the way you're supposed to do is go right over here. And again, you don't go that way, you go this way. There's nothing over here either. The Buzzy Beetles are here because otherwise if you didn't have the Super Leaf, then you wouldn't be able to break these open. But here, this is easier to see on the NES version because the background is not parallax, but that actually screwed me over that time. Fuck you. Yeah, there's a little hidden block here, which allows us to get into this pipe. This is one of the things I knew later on in life. And it's another P-switch section. This time, the P-switch is actually right there. Can we get into it without breaking? This is kind of a difficult one to get into, honestly. Come on. God damn. I've done it before. There we go. Works first try all the time. Whatever the saying is. Alright, that's enough points for now. Alright, and we actually aren't too far from where the initial pipe was. But I don't have my Super Leaf anymore, so yeah, I am gonna eat that. Well, at least now I don't have to try to, like, crouch slide over there. And then, here's an interesting difference. You normally, in the original NES version, I think in the Super Nintendo version, there's not actually steps for you to get to this up here. But they added this in the advanced version, which is pretty cool. Nice little difference between the games. Didn't want to die right there at the end. And we get another mushroom. Whatever, we were going to get one up anyways. Taking a bit there. I don't know why it lags there. I've had that happen to me even before, even not playing on emulator, where it just lags for some reason. I have no idea why. Alright, guess I'm going to be using a fire flower. I don't want to go in there without any power-up. Oh, it's terrible. The king has been transformed. Please find the magic wand so we can change him. So fun fact I didn't actually mention about with the first king, and it applies to both this king and the other king. The monsters, or the animals, creatures, whatever they turn into, get transformed into, are actually differing between either the 8-bit versions of the games, or aka the NES version, or the 16-bit version, which is the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy Advance version. They're more original creatures in the NES version, but in the Super Nintendo version and the Game Boy Advance version, they're actually creatures from other Mario games. So that ladybug enemy right there that the king was turned into was actually an enemy in Super Mario Bros. 2, if I recall correctly. And then earlier he was like a red snake-looking thing. That, I think, is a boss in Super Mario Bros. 2, if I recall correctly. I might be wrong about that. But yeah, we're going to be seeing creatures that we normally wouldn't see because they didn't exist back when this game first came out in the NES days, so they had to come up with like completely original characters. These are Monty Moles. They like to just hide underground and throw wrenches at you. You can't kill them, but sometimes they spawn infinitely. And we're already at the end. I kind of don't like this airship that much. It's not as iconic, it's kind of annoying. Alright, here is Morton Koopa Jr. He has nothing special. He's literally the same as Larry. The only difference is that his stage is a little more bumpy, I guess. And also, he has Junior in the name for some reason. Well, if he's Morton Koopa Jr., then who the hell is Morton Koopa Sr.? Because these are the Koopalings. They're Bowser's kids, right? Right? No, apparently that got retconned. They were initially Bowser's kid, but then we got Bowser Jr., and so then the Koopalings just kind of became their own thing? I don't know. Oh, splendid, splendid. I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here is a letter from the princess. Thank you, thank you. Yay, yay. Thank you, yay, yay. The white block contains magic powers that will enable you to defeat your enemies. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Why couldn't I speak? Also, by white block, are you talking about this, or are you talking about the music block that I got? I don't know. That's 2 worlds down, 6 more to go. Fun. And this is why I said that was a good idea to get the frog suit there. It's nice that they actually add that. But before we go dive in, that's gonna be it for now. If you like what I do, subscribe to my channel, follow me on all social media links. All that will be in the description. Next time, it's gonna be off to World 3, and I'd love to suffer world music. I don't know if I mentioned that. The world music for World 2 sucks, but the world music for here is really nice. So, I will see you guys then.